Good evening, Blue Nation. Welcome back to another episode of the Andy's Man Club Mersey Blue podcast. So with me tonight is Marco. Do you want to tell the folks where you are tonight, mate?
Yeah, hey, Blue Nation. I'm in Los Angeles, California again, getting ready to rejoin a ship. Happy to see you all again, although I wish it would be under different circumstances and a different result that we're talking about this week.
Yeah, man, absolutely, 100%. We will get into that. Regular listeners will notice that our wingman, Carl, is not with us this evening. He's unwell, unfortunately, so we send him our best wishes. I'm sure you guys will agree with Marco and I, and Godspeed, big fella. Let's get you back soon. Quick mention, as always, to our pal over at We Are Everton, Chris Darracott. Big fan of the channel. Go over there, tell him that the boys from the MVP sent you. So, another game with another ridiculous fucking penalty decision. VAR and the Premier League, as we all know by now, Blues, corrupt as fuck. They need to fuck off sooner rather than later. So, with that said, 4-2, 3-1. Jordan Pickford between the sticks. Big Jake O'Brien, Tarkovsky, Keno and Mikolenko across the back. Jimmy Garner, Garner Guy in the middle. Dwight McNeil, KDH, Ilian Njai across the front, all backing up Tierno, Barry, in the absence, obviously, of a concussed Beto. So, we start the game. I thought we started okay, and we had like an early warning from the home side after like first 10 minutes. They had like a free kick, comes over, it's met by the head of Thomas Souček, and like he heads over the bar, never really sort of threatened Geordie, but a little early warning. And then Everton had a chance after the half hour to open the scoring. The returning Thierry Barry runs towards the area. He's outside the area. He takes a low shot. A really weak shot, to be honest. It was just too easy for the keeper. I don't know what the fuck he was doing with that, really. You'd have thought if he was going to go for outside the area, you'd have kind of went for the top corner, at least made the keeper work. I'm not having a go with the kid. I'm just pointing that one out. And then West Ham had a late attack towards half-time. Jared Bowen put a dangerous ball across the Everton area. Thank fuck there was nobody there to tap that one home. It would have been a ridiculous goal to give away. Honours even at the London Stadium when the half-time whistle went. A few chances to speak of. A little bit of a drab game, to be fair. Half-time, West Ham 0, Everton 0. Marco, give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the boys are still recovering from the emotional letdown that was the Liverpool game, or if their mind is already on the beach, or if they just played a bad game. But like you said, it was kind of a drab outing, kind of a cutchy-muck game. Nothing ever really got going, although I got to give credit to West Ham. I mean, just like I predicted, they're fighting for their lives, and it showed. They played like it, and we did not. Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on the Barry shot. We got to figure something out. I don't know that. I would hope to think that he's not in our future plans. I would have liked to have seen Braden Graham play. Like to see this kid brought into the first team. It maybe as a backup. I don't know, but maybe that game would have been a little bit different with Beto playing. I would venture to say, yeah, a lot more hard on the defense of West Ham, but we had a golden opportunity to snatch 3 easy points and or 3 gettable points. Certainly not easy because West Ham's playing hard, but didn't rise to the occasion. And even though we didn't have Oliver Kavanaugh reffing, again, we got screwed by the officiating crew. I don't explain this to me. It was the first game of the season, or maybe it was the derby. I don't remember. Tarky tucked his arm, right? He gets hit in the upper part of the arm as he's trying to get out of the way with a tucked arm. Okay, he can't get out of the way because that ball's moving like 60 miles an hour, or whatever, and whipping. What? So that's a handball and a penalty. Then a couple of games later, I forget who we were playing. It was almost the exact same play. We didn't get the pin. Then you fast forward a few months, and guy goes to lift up Tiano Betty in the box, in the 6 yard box, I think, or right on the edge of it. It reaches through, and it looks like he's spinning the ball on the tip of his finger. I mean, he's touching it. A hand to the ball, not the ball to the hand. And no call. And VAR even took a look at that. So, like, the consistency is just absolute shit. You know? It's shit. If I lived in England, I'd be revolting. I'd find out where the VAR offices are, the PGMOL offices are, and I'd be terrorizing these people. They're fucking it up. They're fucking with the money. You know? All the top four, all the big clubs, the current quote unquote big clubs, they're going to be fine with the shit. It always favors them. But, those of us who are trying to make a run for a spot in Europe again after a long time away, I mean, this shit matters,
Yeah,
So,
I think Europe is gone, and I'm not being negative. In answer to your question, bud, it was Ellen Road, the first game of the season away. Tarky.
Ellen Road, yeah.
Yeah, man. Tarky, we said at the time on the show, and I know I got some stick off Leeds fans for it, to be fair, that there's no way it was a penalty because that was ball to hand. We've had several incidents this season now that, I mean, not just ourselves, other teams as well, but, like focusing on like Everton, that these haven't been given. I mean, we had the fucking ridiculous shout last week at the Dixie when it was Curtis Jones, wasn't it? Bundled over.
Yeah.
Oh God, who went over? I can't remember. KDH, wasn't it? I think.
KDH, yeah.
Okay, I've got like my biased head on. Obviously, being a blue in a derby, it was a pen, but I do question if it would have been at Anal Field, it would have been fucking given, or Old Trafford.
Mate, I followed the commentary from all the various social media personalities. I follow one particular guy, the Tortured Toffee, local guy, and he put it very succinctly. It wasn't a side-by-side shoulder barge. He ran him from behind inside the area. That's a penalty. We didn't get it because the offending player was in a red shirt and the offended player was in a blue shirt. I mean, it's that simple. And I gotta wonder, are they just bad, or are they trying to fuck us? Is there somebody somewhere, Richard Masters, maybe somebody just hates Everton, and all of this trickles down from that? Because from everything from the points deduction nonsense to the non-pen calls to the pen calls against us, I mean, to everything. I get it. Everybody thinks that they're getting screwed by the refs, but I think you and I and Carl, and I think most of the Blue Nation are reasonable in our application of scrutiny of the calls, that when we break these down, there's just no consistency other than that Everton are constantly getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah, do you know what, mate? It's the same fucking shit week in, week out, and it's really starting to piss everybody off. I think this started when the Shite and a couple of other teams wanted to break off that so-called European Super League, and Everton were one of the first to kick off over it and cause a stink. And since then, it appears, I mean, if you're outside your so-called elite top six, you're not important. Sly Sports and fucking all that shite. But yeah, we're definitely being fucking fingered, mate. It's each and every week, and it's really starting to piss me off now.
Well, I hope that it resonates with the players, the only guys who can actually do anything about it, and fires them up to where, we start playing above this shit, and really rub their nose in it because it's just becoming insulting. I think we've turned the corner. We're no longer a drop zone team, for now. But I think we're better than the position that we're in. I mean, I kind of feel the way, by my count, we've had 5 points stolen from us at the very least because of calls. And where would that put us right now? That would put us in 6th place.
Yep, absolutely. Another week. Another fucking shit decision. But anyway, let's leave it there, guys, and go over to our amazing sponsors, Andy's Man Club. Life is hard, and we all have bad days. There are times when we feel we can't cope. This is the time we need to reach out and talk to someone. Andy's Man Club offers local support groups nationwide, running every Monday from 7 p.m, except on bank holidays. In these groups, men can open up about the issues affecting their lives in a safe, non-judgmental environment. Our clubs are designed to be free of pressure. There is no obligation for men to speak, they can simply listen if they wish. Find us today at www.andysmanclub.co.uk. Help one guy, save one life. Andy's Man Club, it's good to talk. Welcome back, Blues. That was our amazing sponsors, Andy's Man Club. Remember, lads, please talk, don't keep it all in. Okay, so the second half starts, and for me, West Ham were the better team. They got the reward with the opening goal 10 minutes in. Fucking corner comes in. Thomas Souček, who else, on the near post. He just outjumps everyone, puts the ball past Jordan Pickford, 1-0 West Ham. Should have been defended better, but hey-ho. And then Everton makes some changes after the hour. Timmy Inabunum comes on for big Jake O'Brien, and young Tyreek George replaces Dwight McNeil. And then a big chance comes our way for an equaliser on 77 minutes. It's that kid, Tyreek George. He crosses the ball in to the area. And credit to Thierry Barry. He connected well with the header. But I think the defender kind of jumps up with him. Like cannons off the defender, deflected and goes over the bar. Then on 84 minutes, we are denied a clear-cut fucking... Do you know what? I'm so wound up over this, it's unreal. An obvious fucking handball. Thierry Barry and Fernandes, they're tussling for the ball. And then fucking, like, Fernandes' arm, like, just goes round him. And fucking the ball comes up, clearly hits his fucking hand. It wasn't, like, ball to hand, it was fucking handball. The cunt in the black shirt just waves on. VAR, they cleared the check. Well, they were never going to give it Worthy, do you know what I mean? Absolute fucking bollocks. Premier League, you're corrupt as fuck, and we fucking hate you. And then Everton make another change minutes later. Nice to see Charlie Alcaraz. He come on and replaced Idrissa Gana Guy. And then finally, Blues, the equalising goal for Everton arrives on 88 minutes. And it was a nice goal, to be fair. The cross comes over. Tarkovsky heads it back down to KDH, and he just fucking smashes it home from near the penalty spot. A really, really good goal. And then just when it looked like a deserved away point, Everton concede another goal in time added on. This time, a ball, I think it was Diouf, whatever the fucking name is. He crosses the ball over. Jared Bowen heads the ball back across the area, and there's Callum Wilson, unmarked, unchallenged, all fucking week, to bury the ball past JP. Another week, another late winner, game over, full time, West Ham 2, Everton 1. Mark, what about that fucking penalty decision, mate?
I mean, it was every bit as obvious and kind of boneheaded as. Do you remember when Jake O'Brien went to jump up to head a ball maybe a month ago,
Yep.
and when he did, he kind of threw his arms up and fucking handed the ball? And none of us said that wasn't a fucking pen. I mean, it was. This is exactly like that. And they could break it down by frame from 1,000 different angles, and they got it wrong. That's why I don't think it's just bad refereeing, man. I think there's some kind of dark force out there operating against us. It always comes roughly about the same time, added time. Now, I don't want to take anything away from West Ham. Anytime Souček or Bowen are on the pitch, you got to watch those guys. And they'll burn you every time, and they did. And Callum Wilson is a pretty good player to come off the bench for West Ham. But man, I think fucking Everton are above it. We got screwed. We should have played better. I would have liked to see the subs come on a little bit sooner. It's my understanding that Tyreek George is really happy at Everton. Would like to see him get more minutes earlier so that he have more of a settle in more and have more of an impact. But yeah, man, another dagger in the heart when I thought we were going to get away with a point in a game that we should have had 3 points, even though it was on the road. Tough ride home for the boys, and I hope we bust out of this funk. City's going to be a fucking tough match, man. City's going to be a fucking tough match.
Yeah. I just feel deflated. It's like a kick in the fucking balls, mate. As we all know, it's the champions-elect at the Dixie. Bank holiday Monday, May bank holiday. As Europe now slips slowly away. Before we go, there was, I think this is about the 4th or 5th time this season, Mark, that we've had chances to push and grab one of those European places, and we just haven't done it. I mean, I'm not saying we bottled it. I mean, circumstances have worked against us, but it's so fucking, it's disappointing and fucking soul destroying when, if you look at how we've improved this season, and like you mentioned earlier, like, we're no longer a team that sits dancing on like the fucking relegation zone. We're like a mid-table to like top 6 to 10 team, in my opinion. But that's just the way it goes. Any final thoughts, mate?
I mean, we come on here every week and we whinge because we've gotten a short end of the stick. But as the season winds down, I do want to say, because there seems to be trouble afoot. I'm grateful that we made the improvement that we have compared to the seasons prior. I'm grateful that we got David Moyes in. I don't want him going anywhere. There's talk of people saying Moyes out. There's that 30% contingency of our group that is, anytime we lose or drop points that we were supposed to get, they're gonna turn on Moyes, or they're gonna turn on this player, that player. I think we're in good shape. It's just that it feels like so much more was attainable for us this season, and we kind of fucking let it slip. I'm not so concerned about Europe because it wasn't guaranteed for us anyway. I'd like to win out as much as we could just to see what happens towards the end here. But my eye is still on the long-term prize, and we've improved, and I hope we continue to improve, and I hope we take advantage of the window that we have with the talent that we have. There's only a couple of players from the relegation side that are still on the squad and going full form. I think we do need some fresh meat in some other spots. So far, my player of the year has been KDH. Ndai's disappeared a little bit, but he's getting triple teamed everywhere he goes, and so he's doing his job as far as I'm concerned. He's going to open up the field elsewhere. So I know that's a lot of different thoughts in one little blurb, but I'm trying to cope with what happened the last 2 weeks, and maybe I'll be more upbeat after the City match. But fucking doubtful, man. Is that game at home or is that in Emptyhead?
No, it is at the Dixie, mate. 5-0 the fucking Blues.
Are we playing the Ball Boys?
That was the Blues of Manchester, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Right.
Well,
maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to let to just accept the loss, get Asnu, Dibbling, Travers, get all the young bloods out there to get some minutes, make some mistakes, see where they're at. See if we can't evaluate them a little bit better under real game time. I don't know how to approach this game. I think to go in thinking that we're going to win is that's a bit ambitious, right? I think we could steal a point, but fuck, man, you never know. This team, you cannot get a beat on. We might give them a run for their money if they decide to show up and play. If Moyes has the right tactics, if we make subs at the right time. I mean, you never know. It is the PL,
Well, this is true. Well, at least we ended on a smile, mate. Anyway, a little bit of a giggle, didn't we? Thank you as always for your time, buddy. Great to catch up with you, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And for what it's worth, mate, I don't know what my connectivity is going on to this new assignment, so I'll keep you posted as to how I'll be able to follow along and contribute on Monday.
Fantastic, mate. Okay, guys, all that's left to be said. Marco, take us out.
Up the motherfucking toffees.